what I want, cause I'm popping, girl. Don't know why, but I need to move on. This feeling's too strong, I don't need you, girl. Don't come at me starting with your bullshit. Quick to lose it, girl, that shit is useless. Don't know why, but I need to move on. This feeling's too strong, I don't need you, girl. Simple as fuck. I do what I want, cause I'm popping, girl. Don't know why, but I need to move on. This feeling's too strong, I don't need you, girl. Don't come at me starting with your bullshit. Quick to lose it, girl, that shit is useless. Don't know why, but I need to move on. This feeling's too strong, I don't need you, girl.
What's going on?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'll try to send my man the link to get on the book to watch the podcast. What's going on, everyone? What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned into another episode of Live Juice. Yeah, man. Yeah, whoever's in the building, just let it be known you're in the building. We shout you out. You know how we do.
So, as usual, I am Ivy.xo. I am Live's little co-host, little co-pilot, you know,
Wingman or whatever y'all want to call her.
whatever.
And not to cut you off. Go.
And
You
who
want
you
anything?
with?
Nigga, talking
You
to
didn't
me.
introduce yourself, Live.
Well, I am Live Johnson. I am a jack of all trades. I produce. Damn, look at me. I almost forgot what I do. I produce. I'm an artist. I'm an engineer. I'm a graphic designer. I do anything that's L and I make it dope while I do it.
Woohoo!
So we have a special guest. Introduce yourself.
I am. I am the other day. I am a Libra. I like long walks on the block. Dinner by blunt light or big, whichever one you prefer, girl. But nah, getting serious. I am the other day. I'm a EDM artist, but I produce all genres. I'm an engineer, a mastering engineer, video editor, graphic designer, programmer, coder, basically jack of all trades, and I do my damn thing. Oh, and I'm a super pothead. Don't forget that.
This feels like I have an episode of my evil clone.
Oh yeah.
Like I have my evil of a half right here with me. Like I'm like the good version of what you see and what you get. The other day is like that dark version where he just don't give a fuck. Like
I don't. But I always care about what the audience loves to hear, and I'm always about bringing positivity to it and bringing good vibes. Like I really don't like putting out like negative music.
that's dope. That's dope. I hear some type of delay. Am I bugging?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Maybe it might be me. Okay. Definitely, man. Yo, it's nothing but positive vibes on this side. You know what I mean? Like it's gotta be nothing but positivity for me whenever I create and do things. I want it to be positive. I want it to also be fun as well.
Of course. But but a lot of the time, like we take positivity to we how can I say it? We obscure the line sometimes where we talk about like we're from the hood, so of course like drugs, violence, all of that is ingrained in our nature because we all suffer from PTSD at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so at the end of the day, when people obscure those lines and say, "Yeah, I'm bringing a positive message," but yet all your tracks is selling, you're talking about selling dope and doing fuckboy shit, you're like, what message are you really bringing? So that's kind of why I market myself as more of a house artist or an EDM artist because of the fact that I can focus more on just partying and living in the moment where as a rapper, you write about the shit you've been through and a lot of shit that rappers been through is negative.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10 too, but most rappers I noticed they rap about what they know, but what's the solution? What is the outcome of your trauma or PSTD?
A lot of them really don't know what the solution is, and it's like, for instance, though, I don't know if you have been up on recent news, but the whole shit with Casanova.
Oh yeah,
not Casanova.
That the FBI looking for you. Come on, bro. Like once you get a certain tax bracket, you gotta learn how to associate with your peoples from the hood, but de-associate yourself at the same time. Like take those that really want the change, and then those who don't really want it, you gotta like not distance yourselves, but make sure you could protect your own assets and protect your own back. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to fucking make $1 million today, then the FBI raiding your crib the next.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's an unfortunate situation, and I hope he comes out of it. But well, me, I'm the type of person that learn from the mistakes of others, and I noticed, when you're in the street, you're in the street, and you keep it separate from the music industry. But when you're in the music industry, you got separated. You can't intertwine the two.
No, you definitely can't. And the shit about it is like, how can I say it? Like, a lot of people don't know how to make the change, and that's the shit about it. It's like, come on, now you have the ability and the funds to actually make change in your environment or within your circle. So why not do that? Why keep banging? Why keep selling drugs? Why keep doing all this other shit? But I feel them. That's what you know. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I can't knock the hustle.
Yeah, I just hope the brother come out of this on top and don't
Definitely,
have to do no jail time because he is a felon, by the way, and as we don't know, we know everything is alleged at this point. We
yeah.
know that was um a minor was killed behind what this association.
Oh,
So
I didn't even know that.
I don't want to throw things out there as speculation when it comes to this particular case because we don't know how deep this goes until he gets his due process. And I just hope he comes on top of the situation.
Me too. I really hope that he wasn't really involved in none of the things that, they're allegedly saying he was involved in. They're just hitting him with a RICO, where they're just associating him with his former friends or his former cohorts or whatever. But I really do hope that he comes out on top and he doesn't really see any jail time. And I hope he wasn't involved in none of that shit.
Yeah, I hope so. Neither. But not to skate off this subject, we came here to talk about EDM.
Yes, sir.
So, in your opinion, what do you think EDM is?
Well, EDM is really an abbreviation for electronic dance music. So it's really, when you say the term EDM, you're really like giving a big umbrella to multiple genres of music. Like if we go back, the first original, I would say EDM track would have been a house track, which was invented in Chicago.
Yes.
Oh wait, excuse me, Detroit. Excuse me, Detroit.
Well, I always thought it was Chicago.
Nah, it was Detroit. It was in a black gay club in Detroit where house music was first invented. And then in the late 70s, it started taking off in Europe. But it was really a Chicago, Detroit thing.
Okay. Like a Midwest thing.
Yeah, and then it started spreading out. And that's where you get like the whole dance vibes. And a lot of pop music now is taking reference from, I would say, like big house and like dubstep.
And it's funny about me, like, keep in mind, and this is to the audience out there, I don't really know too much about EDM. So, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions on this episode.
Bro, we chopping it up, man.
Yeah, so I also want, not only I'm learning, but everybody else is going to learn as we go along too. So just to keep that in mind. But with EDM, I always thought that it came from dubstep because I remember being put onto dubstep first before EDM was around. So,
like I was saying, EDM is like a general terminology for it, but dubstep is in there. If you really think about it, when the immersion of trap hip hop came out,
you
saw an immersion of trap EDM, where you basically have the same format, whereas the same hi-hats, the same clap time, the same 808 with the cake on it. But when you're getting to the build, where versus a hip hop track, you'll get a hook, your body, you'll probably get a little break, maybe, and then you get the hook again. But when it comes to EDM trap, you'll get an intro, you'll get like a hype break where you hype it up real quick, then you hit them with the body, then you go into a break section with the riser. And that's basically you bringing back that energy to drop it again. And, the drop is where, the dance vibes come in and you really hit them hard.
Okay. So, in your opinion, when do you think it started? Like EDM officially started? Because I know,
like mainstreaming or like going just like the whole culture of it starting up.
Give me the culture first, and then give me mainstream.
All right. So house music, which is like the grandpappy of all EDM music, started back in Detroit, and it was created in a black gay club, and I believe it was the mid 70s. I will fact check myself right now, so give me a second on that. But it was created in a gay club, and basically it was to generate a dance vibe without having to play white pop in those clubs because they wanted more of their own culture's music. That's why even though EDM now, and I'm talking about all the genres included in that, is mostly heavily populated by Europeans as of right now, but you see an emergence of American EDM artists coming back.
Yeah.
That's the fire part about it. Like the top, I would say, out of the top 10, probably like 4 or 5. You know, about halfway are American. Like you got Diplo, you got Skrillex, and you got people like that. And that's where it's coming back from. But back to how it all started, you had house, and then a couple of years later, in Europe, they invented techno.
Yes.
And then it was just house and techno for a while. You probably remember Sandstorm back in the day.
Okay.
That would be considered techno. Where you had house music, it was more underground, and it was like you go to an underground rave where people would like, do acid and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was all dope. But it was really in the mid, I would say, either the late 90s, early 2000s, where house music was coming out of the underground and doing more like festivals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where mainstream house started coming in. That's where you had the emergence of a whole bunch of deviations of house music, like big room house, deep house, progressive house. Everybody knows the Calvin Harris song. Everybody knows the Calvin Harris song. Everybody knows who Tiesto is. And they were able to corner the market and basically say, all right, cool. We're taking this genre of music where it's mostly a positive, uplifting dance vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take this out of the underground, put it mainstream, and see how it goes. And it's been going insane.
And you think well around that time when it went mainstream, because I think EDM started what, 2010?
That's when like it really blew up. That's when like all the big festivals were out there. Like you had EDC coming to New York, and I wish EDC was still coming to New York. But if you don't know what EDC is, it's the Electric Daisy Carnival. It was made by a dude named Pasquale back in 2006, I believe. It started out in Vegas, and then they started going around the country, and then eventually they started making it around the world.
Okay.
Then you have EZoo, Electronic Zoo, which it only comes to New York on what's that vacation weekend at the end of the summer? It's not Memorial Day, is it?
No, that's on Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend, Randall's Island, popping.
Yeah.
Fire. I'm highly upset that because of the pandemic, it was terrible.
Yeah, I heard it was one of the big events that was canceled.
Yeah.
Labor Day.
We know. We got that.
Yeah, I said that, Katie.
But yeah, and then you have a whole bunch of other smaller ones like Lost Lands, which is like basically it specializes in more of dubstep and like trap music. Then you have ones that do more trance and deep house, and then you have all these DJs that are creating this music, just touring around the country, and it's cheap too. It'd be like $20-$30 a ticket if they're not like a super big name.
And I heard they be having fun, like
it'd be lit as fuck.
Like I have a good friend of mine's named Blackout, right? So mind you, he's from South Side, he's from South Jamaica, and South Jamaica is the trenches. Yeah. So he's the first black person I know that I could count off my hand that ever put me into rave parties or introduced me to this type of life. I never went, but he showed me videos and clips, and it seems like they being free. Like it seems like they just.
Yo, listen,
they just letting go.
I've met friends, like acquaintances and whatever. Shout out to my dude David Chang, aka Daniel. Daniel's his real name. So before I go into the story, right? When you're at these places and when you're at these festivals, it's like the most liberating sensation in the world because you could literally be who you want to be yourself. You could wear whatever the fuck you want. Like when I went to EZoo 2019, I saw a shorty with no pants on and no panties, just running around with her coochie out, and everybody was like, "All right, cool."
And no judgment.
No judgment. You feel me? You could wear whatever you want. You could get as high as you want. Nobody's gonna really, judge you or give you a negative vibe or put you in a negative light because everybody's there just having a good time. And then you make incredible friends like. Yet again, shout out my dude David Chang. aka Daniel. You know, I met him. I think it was EDC 2016, and at that time he was young. He actually snuck in with a fake ID. Little Chinese dude, wildin'.
Wow.
Love that guy.
Wow. Okay. So let me ask you a question.
Was
Like,
that-
when did you started DJing and producing EDM?
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. My cousins, my two older cousins who basically raised me, they used to take me a lot to like hip hop events when I was when I was a baby. You know, the '90s were wild.
Oh yeah. So
So you know, they used
not
to get. They
not
used
to
to
cut
take,
you not to
yeah.
cut you off. So you've been producing before EDM come around.
Not. I'm gonna lead all up to that.
All right.
I'm gonna lead all up to that. But so they used to take me to these places, and they used to know a bunch of DJs, and I used to, you know, as a kid, touching buttons, and I used to fuck with it. At one point when I was like 12, 13, I said, you know what? I'm gonna start saving my bread. I'm gonna buy some turntables. You know, things happened within the family that I needed to give that money up for a greater cause.
Okay.
So I decided to become a rapper.
All right.
And I started rapping at like 12, and then I lasted all the way to 21. I used to go by the name of AYE, aka I used to rap with a group called the Young Masons. Shout out to my nigga Spade.
That
Shout
nigga's
out to
hard.
Nine.
That's a
Shout out to
hard group
Mer.
name.
Yeah, we were wilding. My dude Spade. If anybody is out there, go check out Spade HTS. Homie's dope. He's like the next Triple X Tension.
Okay.
That house. So that the only one that I would say that I'm really disappointed in is my boy Nine. I love you, Nine, but he is lyrically gifted. Like no bullshit, no cap. I'm not. When he spit, he be spitting bars.
Okay.
Like he got like a J Cole flow, but more mainstream. I don't know if it makes sense, but it sounds like a more mainstream J Cole mixed with something else that I really can't put my finger on, but he's dope.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, we were rapping for a while. You know, I wasn't the best rapper. I'm gonna be honest. So you know, I quit, and then I spent like 2 years without making any music. There would be once in a while I'll jump in the booth. You know, my roommate Murr, he was a producer, so
Mhm.
he used to produce all the time. You know, one day I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start producing too. I, you know, downloaded Fruity Loops, started producing, but not really taking it serious.
Yeah.
2015 comes. 2015, 2016. 2015 or 2016. One of those 2 years. I meet my best friend Alex. He's like, yo, let's go to EDC. I'm like, what the fuck is an EDC? Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And we ain't talking about my rap group
Yeah.
or my production company. We ain't talking about that, by the way.
I'm talking about the Electric Daisy Carnival. He's like, let's go. I was like, all right, but
Mhm.
he showed me like a little trailer video of the shit.
Mhm.
Once I saw girls being half naked or just in a thong with pasties on, I was like, I'm all in. All in.
I probably would be too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Let's go. Let's go. So we go to EDC. The first day we get there, it rains. Like a hard body rain. So it was like we there in the stadium. We was at my life. We were in the stadium and they were like, yo, we about to just bounce, nigga. This shit is whack. We pay mad bread and this shit is whack. It's raining. Right when we decided to bounce, the sun came out. We rushed to go see DJ Snake.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I had the aha moment. I was like, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. It was like I was in the middle of like a crowd of 20,000 people, wilding, smoking mad bud, chilling out, not being judged for shit, and everybody's on the same exact vibe. Everybody's jumping around, everything's going crazy, and this nigga is just controlling the crowd. So I was like, yo,
While it's raining.
nah, it stopped raining at this point.
Oh, okay.
So everybody's now having a good fucking time. So fucking, I get there, we there, and I just had that aha moment where time sort of froze, and it was just like, yo, you need to do this, and I decided to do it. A year later, I bought my turntables, but like a week later, I started learning how to produce. So, what, 5 years production right now?
Yeah, because you said 2015.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. And so, with that said, with the EDC festival that you were talking about, what kind of crowd you think um EDM brings? Like, what type of specific people, or is it just anybody?
it's really anybody. Like you know, I've seen people of all cultures, of all sexual orientations, of all genders. They're vibing, and it's never a problem unless you got a little freco and wild out and try to do some wild shit. But
Yeah.
other than that, everybody's pretty much good. Everybody has consideration for each other, and that's really it. And you just vibe out.
And you know what? That's so dope because you go to a lot of hip hop events, right?
Yeah,
And it seems like everybody's so uptight. Everybody's in one corner, another clique is in another corner, and everybody is they not really having fun. It seems more of a show off contest or who could be the hardest versus the EDM crowd or the house crowd or the dubstep crowd. I would like to say they more free. They don't give a fuck. They
yeah,
just like they and it seems like to me it's all about energy.
it
You
is.
know,
It is because you have rappers like Travis Scott and fucking you have rappers like Travis Scott that put on a great show, and it's that same exact vibe where everybody's on the same page.
yeah, and that's dope. That's so good. Yeah, to continue the show. Yeah, that's a dope feeling because not for nothing though. I never experienced this. I never have. So for somebody that never experienced this, what should they be looking forward to, or what they should be prepared for?
Basically, wear comfortable shoes. That's the one thing I'm gonna tell you right now. Wear comfortable shoes and wear whatever you want,
You
because
see,
nobody unless you're trying to like get super attention. Nobody really cares on what you got on. You
and
feel
see,
me?
and a
Bet
dude
your
like
best.
me, and a dude like me that likes to that likes to dressed up and you look presentable. I probably will have to tone it down a little bit for this type of crowd. Like,
Bro, it's not even trying to tone it down for the crowd. Like, you could go fresh, but make sure you're comfortable because you're gonna be on your feet most of the day. You're gonna
yeah,
be jumping around. You're gonna be hype. You're gonna be doing shit. So you don't want to wear brand new J's that you know that the toe box is crushing your shits.
yeah, yeah,
And you feel me? You don't want to do that because at the end of the night, when you're getting on the bus or you're getting in your car to go home, you're gonna feel your feet throb. And
yeah.
then remember, these things are not one day; these are 2-3 day festivals. So doing that for 3 days,
God damn, that's what I'm talking about.
you feel me? Like,
That's what I'm talking
even
about.
if for 3 days, you're gonna be crippled by the end of the third day.
Yeah, that's lit right there. Like for 3 days. I mean, don't get it twisted. Like you got festivals like Rock the Bells, which is 3 days as well.
Yeah,
But it sounds like Rock the Bells. I could see a mosh pit at most. But what you talking about, it seems like you're gonna be turned up every minute,
every
every day. And
and
by
it's
by the
and
time
it's
it's
not
over, you're
and
done.
it's not like there's one DJ performing at a time. Remember, at a festival, you got 6, 7 stages, and everybody's playing something different. So if you're not yeah,
Word?
yeah. So let's say you want to make sure you want to see all the heavy hitters, the headliners. You go to the main stage. If you're feeling like rocking some techno, you go to the techno spot. If you want to hear just dubstep and trap music, you go where they're playing only dubstep and trap. Like, it has a vibe for everybody in their specific realm. Like,
Yeah.
you could do whatever you really want. Like, oh shit, like, I've just seen, two mainstream DJs. Let me go buy something to eat and go check out the techno tent because I've been wanting to hear some techno. Or let me go to the house tent because I just want to rock out and vibe out to some deep house and shit.
That's dope. And you know what? I want to tell a quick story if I can.
Go
All
ahead.
right. So my girlfriend, she loves hip hop, her neo soul, but when I first started getting with her, she used to go to her and her best friend, Angelica. They used
Yeah.
to go to this gay club somewhere in Manhattan, and they play nothing but house music. So they never invited me because they know I wouldn't be into that. Like they think I won't be. They think I'm not about that life. Put it that way. So
What?
they never invited me. So there was one video they posted on Facebook, and yo, the way it looks. I first and foremost, the men was wearing high heel stilettos stripping. Let's start there. Then it seems like them two was they look lit. Like I ain't
Yeah,
never seen them. Like
like
I never seen my girlfriend get out of her comfort zone like that. So I
yo,
was like, "Man, maybe I need to experience this. I mean, I know I'm not gay,
like
but I want to have fun
but
too.
you don't gotta go to the gay clubs to experience that. You could go to places like Mercury, Greenhouse, Marquee.
Yeah,
You feel me? That is more of a heterosexual type of environment or whatever. But you feel me? The best places to experience it, festivals, the underground be wild as fuck too. If you can
Yeah.
find yourself some underground raves, fire. But yeah, like places like the Marquee and Greenhouse, they be getting it lit all the time. Or you could go to Avant out in Brooklyn. They do, I think, EDM shows every week. And
nice.
if you're having some dope DJs there, I've seen a couple of. I've seen Zed. I've seen DJ Snake there. I've seen Riot 10. I've seen who else? I've seen a few people there,
Yeah,
and them joints be getting wild.
I see, man. Like I, I and you know what? As you grow and start to experience different things in life, you want to try to do different things. That's where I'm at in my life right now. Like I just want to try different shit because I'm so used to the same norm, rinse and repeat thing over and over. I just want to experience some shit. So, definitely if you're going through to a rave, I definitely will come through just to get
Bro,
experience.
once everything opens back up, hopefully by the summer, we out. We
Oh
out.
yeah,
Like I remember in 2019, we went to Izu, and my boy Peter, he was part of the. My boy was part of the construction crew, so he got me backstage, and I was on the main stage chilling.
yeah.
So I was like, wow. And this is like, it was an eye opener to see everybody from that point of view because it's just like a sea of people,
Yeah,
But definitely, we got to make it out. We got to do it. We got to go out and just fucking wall out.
yeah. This pandemic. To be honest with you, it, it taught me not to be closed minded because a lot of things that I wanted to do, we can't do now.
Yeah.
And we stuck home. I'll be honest. I miss people. As much as hard as for me to say that because sometimes I don't like people. I'll be straight up honest with you, but.
Oh yeah.
But as far as festivals and enjoying yourself, that's what I miss being around people. Oh, so you got a dog.
Oh yeah. This is King. King, say hi to the people. Yeah.
What up, King? What up? What up? What up? But yeah.
Ding.
Look at Katie.
That's the other pup. He has an official name. It's the other pooch.
The other pooch.
The other pooch. And they're gonna have a mascot logo where King is riding a magic dragon, wearing a samurai suit with the two katanas.
Oh no, you gotta produce something. You gotta do some TikTok videos with that.
Okay, I'm gone.
All right.
She is smacked.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even say it like that. I said so I could leave.
Whatever.
She lying. She smacked.
I'm not.
Nah, but let's switch gears real quick. Let's step to the producing aspect. This is the nitty gritty I want to talk to.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I had to go from history in order to get to the production part.
Let's make this happen.
Yeah, so producing, how you feel about producing EDM?
It's fucking. I would say when versus hip hop, I would say it's a little bit more complicated. So it's it gets challenging, especially the fact that in the realm, if you want to like take it to the next level, you have to learn how to make really catchy shit. So at the end of the day, you might produce 10 records and you might only put out 2. But the vibe is crazy. I love producing it. It's a challenge. It pushes me to like always learn a little more. It's more, come on, you gotta go home. Go home. And it's a challenge, and I like it because of the fact that I could do my own thing on it, and I really don't like to sample.
Mm.
So
That's me. I'm the sample. I love the sample, but go ahead.
I really don't like to sample. I like making my own melodies and everything coming from the top of the dome. Because
Okay.
I feel like when you do that, you push yourself a little bit more. Like, of course, I sample when I do certain type of tracks. Like right now, I'm working on a remix to that new Bad Bunny, Dyckman.
Okay.
So of course, I gotta sample the melody and the chords, but drums, bass line, the drop, the razors, all me. And
Okay.
I don't like sampling because of the fact that you never know if some shit may pop up and somebody try to sue you for some bullshit.
Yeah, and if you sample Bad Bunny, he's the most streamed artist out there right now. If those of you who looked at the numbers and everything like I do, he's the most streamed artist right now.
Oh yeah. And here's a tidbit for everybody out there. If you're going to do a remix and you do not have the approval of the owner of the masters, make it a bootleg and make sure you do not make any money from it.
Mm.
Straight promotional use.
They really will come for you if you was trying. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You feel me? Put that shit out for free, get your name out there, and do what you gotta do.
Okay. So let me ask you another question. What's the difference between producing? Well, let me rephrase that. What is the difference between producing traditional hip hop records versus producing EDM? What's the differences between producing both?
I would say each category is their own craft. And when we're talking about boom baps, you really have a plethora of like ways to go about it. You can make your own. You can make your own melodies. You can make your own bass lines. You can sample a quick flute from like the 1970s and do what you gotta do and play around with it. So when it comes to EDM, yet again, there's a whole bunch of ways you could go about it, and I've heard songs that are by two different artists and they'll have the same drop or it'll have somewhat of
Mm,
the same melody. And so what the difference between the two is just the technique that you go about it. It goes into the producer or into the beat maker or the composer, how they're gonna really attack that project. Because you may want to do something quick, like you're just fucking around, and you're like, oh, let me grab this flute that I have here that I like, but I've never done anything with. Let me just make something real quick with it. And then next thing you know, you got a hit on your hands,
mm,
but you don't know who you have to contact to make sure that sample clears
mm.
because you probably downloaded a sample pack. And by the way, most sample packs are royalty free, so you're usually good with a sample.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
because what's funny about me as a producer? I sample heavy from like 70s soul and 70s disco. Now, recently, I just it going through YouTube blows my mind all the time. Pause. Uh, I seen something where they had the best.
Wow, pause.
Wow, pause. I seen something on YouTube. I seen something on. I seen something on YouTube where they had the top 20 samples of the year 2020.
Yeah.
So boom, they go through all the samples that had the 70s soul, the typical hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Then I seen sample packs on there. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait. That threw me. Like I ain't know I thought producers stayed away from sample packs. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start buying some sample packs so I can still do what I do, but don't have to clear these shits because clearing samples is a bitch, yo.
Oh
And
yeah.
anybody that had to clear samples like I had for an old record back in the days, it's a hassle. You gotta contact the artist publishing company, and 9 times out of 10 they only want 100%, and you'd be like, nah, that's too much to give up. You know the vibes.
I know the vibes. But yo, sample packs and presets are your friends. Don't ever think that they're not. Like, all right, You could be one of those producers that make one record a month, or you could be one of those producers that make a couple of records a week. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, and I respect everybody. I respect anybody who really like dives deep into sound design.
Mm.
But that's not me. Like, I'll take a preset, cool, layer it with another one, fuck around with it, tweak it to how I like it. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. You know, then when I get to the mixing, blend the two and call it a wrap. Now I have something unique. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit there and take a whole day to do sound design. Like, I want to punch out as many records as possible. Like, I want to keep producing, keep my mind stimulated, keep pushing it. So that way, when I do have, I have not one hit, I got 10 hits right here. It probably took me 30 songs to do, or 20 songs to do, but I got 10 for sure hits right here. All right, let's put these out. Whoop, and see what happens.
Gotcha. Now, question: with those beats that you do, right?
Yeah.
Do you use it? Do EDM producers use it as a part of their DJ sets?
Yeah.
A lot, right?
Yeah. Usually, what the goal is to have enough music, enough popularized music, so you can make a whole set out of it, and you don't really have to play anybody else's record but your own. You can do, and the hot shit about doing DJing sets is because you can mash it up. Let's say that you have your song, Life Johnson has a remix by The Other Day. Ooh, this song goes good with, let's say, Clarity by Zed.
Okay.
And you blend the two. Now you got a mashup, and everybody's like, yo, this shit is fucking fire as fuck. It was lit, and people are looking for that mashup now.
That's sort of like a blend.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, back in the days, a lot of Queens DJs that I know used to do blends. So they take the acapellas of a record and put it towards the BPM and then put it towards another record. Katie got her hand up. Katie got a hand.
I wanted to be polite this time, at least. So are we gonna get that Live Johnson of the Day mashup anytime soon? Because I've been waiting for that since COVID.
Let's just fuck a mashup. Let's just do an original.
Ooh, even better. Hey, right? Like I said, I'm at a place where I'm open up to new things at this point.
Yeah, we make shit happen.
You never know where it might take you.
Oh yeah, fuck that. We make it happen.
I mean, you're gonna have to do the beat because I don't know nothing about producing EDM.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just send you a nice care package. I'm gonna be like, yo, here.
So I got a question for you.
Who, me?
What is the most difficult part of engineering? Like, not engineering, but doing beat for EDM?
That's a good question.
Making sure it's catchy.
Okay, continue.
That's it. Making sure it's catchy is the most difficult part.
What do you consider catchy as opposed to your demographic, I guess?
I would, opposed to my demographic, I would say something that sticks in your head. Like, you hear it and you're like, holy shit, I need to hear this again because that was fire.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm talking about. And another thing too is like how you, with being an EDM artist versus being like a hip hop artist, I have to compare the two. Where as a hip hop artist, I'm worried more about my vocals and my, how I deliver my flow. As an EDM artist, I'm basically making something from thin air. So I'm producing the beat, making sure the beat is fucking catchy as shit. Then after I'm done, mixing the beat down, and exporting it, sitting there, probably smoke a fat blunt and fucking try to write a song to it and get somebody to get on it. Or sample myself and like fuck with my voice and make something catchy.
Okay.
Oh, I just want to quickly shout out Blackout on the check-in. He just joined in. It's funny, I mentioned him about his raving ass, going to the raves and shit, and now he's tuned in. He's gonna live forever. But go ahead.
So yeah, that's really it. Just making sure that you have a catchy melody and making sure that whatever lyrics you put on it goes well with it, and also that catches your ear as well.
Mm.
You know, it's the same exact thing like any other genre of music. You want to have it so that way it catches somebody's ear and it, hits those frequencies that everybody loves.
One thing I noticed about a lot of EDM beats is that the bass and kicks and drums are
Yeah,
very heavy and hard hitting. Like,
because that's
but
usually because of the fact that the drums is what drives people. That's what gives it that energy, is the heartbeat.
yep. Like I ain't gonna lie, there's some EDM joints that I'll be hearing, I'll be like, oh my god, that like
Yeah.
that 808, and especially the way the 808 slides and it can fit in so many genres, the hip hop as well, including UK drill or Brooklyn drill for that matter.
Oh yeah, that drill sound is fire. And talking about that drill sound though, I'm actually trying to blend like drill and dubstep together. So that's pretty dope. That's what's happening right now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I can see a lot of hip hop artists taking advantage of that because right now drill seems like the most popular music out there right now. So, and to blend in with another genre, EDM and dubstep, and bring it in one house,
Yeah.
everybody wins,
Yeah.
Who knows?
Because you already got a fucking super dance vibe when it comes to the drill sound. A super step, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you throw a crazy drop in there that you could wall out to. It's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, he said, Blackout said, I hope we can still rave after all this COVID bullshit is over. Hey,
Definitely.
listen, man, I'm down for that.
Listen, A's trying to have one for New Year's Eve, so
Yo.
Really?
Time out on that. Don't be announcing everything, yo.
She putting out the
all
bag
right,
real
all
quick.
right, all right. It was really for this
Yo,
weekend.
damn, like let's solidify things before we say it.
I mean, it was actually supposed to be this weekend. I'm just saying it was at Live South.
Uh,
Listen, I don't think my neighbors would be kind to any type of raves. I do live
definitely not.
in a suburban county.
It's okay. Give him psychedelic.
Hey, George Clinton is the man. I mean, if you'd like to get high, George Clinton. Nah, but back to producing EDM. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be like, oh shit, wow. Sometimes I want to produce EDM, but I wouldn't know what's the first step of doing EDM. So, as a producer that produces traditional hip hop, what advice would you give to me on if I wanted to try to do EDM?
Do you know how to play like chords?
I'm getting better. I'm
What
getting better at it.
what DAW do you use?
I use Fruity Loops.
All right. Do you use the chord helper?
No. Let me write that down. Oh, see, this is why we do live Jews for people to learn, and myself too. You said what you said? What
All
is it
right.
called?
So I'm basically tell you how to do this right now. All right. So you go into your piano roll, right?
Uh-huh.
You see the little arrow that's right next to the wrench?
Yes.
You click that and you go down to helpers. Then you go to scale highlighting. And then right there it'll have the key and whatever if you want a major or minor or an Arabic scale or whatever. So it'll basically help give you the scale of that note.
Okay.
So that way you could develop your chords properly and you won't just be there like I'm trying to do E minor 7th, but you're really going like E minor 3rd or whatever.
So it helps me place the proper chord in a proper arrangement within wherever I'm trying to create or sequence.
Yeah. So basically it's basically like a little help instead of like having to figure out exactly what the scale of that key that you want in.
Yeah.
Basically that.
Blackout said, "Fuck your neighbors. We going Project Extra shit."
Hell yeah.
Yo, that was one. Yo, that movie right there. brought
Well,
me into EDM. Actually,
if we're trying to do some Project X shit, I'm DJing on shrooms.
yo, you talking my man's language right now. You just getting them hype right now. You like
What's his name? Blackout.
Blackout the Rebel.
Blackout the Rebel. You're gonna be right with me in the DJ booth, bro. I need his energy.
Yeah,
Need that energy.
y'all two together. I can only imagine. Like he's hilarious. Like he's my guy. Yeah. So
So yeah, I would say start off with your chords.
uh huh.
Start off with your chords, build your chord progression up, and then just whatever you feel is next. I usually go chords, then my bass, because I really like having a nice steady bass that captures you.
Okay.
And then I'll work on the melody.
That sounds like Katie who did that sound effect.
Nah, that's a fucking truck that's outside my window right now.
Oh wow! See, I'm blaming Katie and shit.
I live on the first floor.
Yeah.
So that's my usual progression of it. So I go chords, bass line, melody, and then from there I would drop in my drums. However I want my drums to be. Usually in like if you're doing like traditional house.
Oh shit! Shit just froze. Oh, I'm up. Am I bugging?
Looks.
You could go like, yo,
Oh,
you go.
Yeah, there you go. Now you back.
Oh, where was I? I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, so fucking yeah, they're not dropping my drums and whatever. However, I want them shits to be, and then we see what happens. Like I usually like adding some pads for like an atmospheric sound. I usually like, like try to like give everybody a little bit of ear candy, maybe like a little bell or twinkle somewhere off in the distance, shit like that.
Okay. Okay. Oh, one of my guests have a question. Blackout asks, state of work. Oh no. Is there any other way to DJ EDM plus shrooms, perfect balance? Dano's voice. Oh shit, he must have disappeared for a second. Yo.
Yo.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, one of my guests have a question again. He said, "Is there any other way to DJ EDM? Like, for example, EDM plus shrooms, perfect balance, Thanos snap."
On weed, drunk, whatever's your vibe, really. I really only do weed and drinking. I don't know about any other hard drugs. It ain't my style. I'm a very big cannabis enthusiast. Don't know about anything else. Some shrooms. I don't fuck with pills. Them shits do not sit well with me. So, hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
Hey, he said, "Say the word. I got you, man. I'm in the booth. Right, I'm right in the booth with you, talking the gang shit, a whole lot of gang shit, while I throw glow sticks in the air like Terry Crews from White Chicks." Yo, how? First and foremost, how that works? Like, we doing gang signs while having glow sticks.
Yeah.
Like, we throwing gang signs while having glow sticks. Wow. My man, like I said, my guy is special.
Yeah. I like his style, though. I like his style. But yeah,
he said that wasn't a question. Oh, so I was mistaken. My bad. But back to what we was talking about as far as the production goes. So I'm glad that you gave me a lot of insight on how to produce it, because I'm actually gonna try this shit and then send it to you and be like, "Did I get it?"
Definitely try it out. Like whatever you feel. Like you don't have to. And like I said, there's multiple genres. Maybe you just want to do a house joint, or you want to do something more, complicated, like big room where you have to go wild and all this other shit. But it really depends on you, on your vibe. Like, you can have some very simple shit that's amazing, or you can have some complicated shit that blows people's heads off. But whichever way that you really want to do it, you do it, and you just make sure that you vibe with it. And the best part about it is like, it's about having fun. It's not like you're really trying to create like Hello by Adele. You're just trying to create something fun so people can vibe to.
Yeah. Definitely. But before I get into the next question, I would say what's up to my cousin Desi. You know, she said hello. Hello right back to you. Family love, family in the building. Yeah, he said I'm a taste tester. If I can't fist pump to it, it's a dub. Oh damn, he's harsh. But hey,
Yo, fuck it, fuck it. Sometimes that's the best motivation.
you know what? But that's why I feel like I'm such a dope producer because I'll be the first to take criticism because I want to know what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong.
You
You know,
guys, you guys, Ivy. I'm my worst own critic, and that's because shout out to my dudes, Bubs. Shout out to my dude Charlie. You know they've
Yeah,
been here
peeing my
calling.
ass. Peeing my whole ass.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. And it's not like I don't produce dope shit. It's just the fact that when I drop something, I want it to be like on a certain caliber, and this has to come down a lot to do with marketing and your image and all this other stuff. Like you got really dope music, and I've heard people have really dope music, but if you don't look the way you're trying to set the vibe off, it's not gonna work out.
I could dig it. I could dig it.
So it's like when you have great people like Ivy who does her thing in the marketing and publicist realm, it helps out.
Okay, I could dig that.
Yeah,
I could,
but yet again when it comes down to it, is just a vibe. I guess I'm smacked, so I'm talking shit.
yeah, it's all good, man. That's what we do. We talk shit, but at the same time, we drop jewels here.
Oh yeah,
We want y'all to learn. But I have a question to ask. So, who are your influences in EDM?
definitely Tiesto, DJ Snake. Um, not some. Those are really like my only two EDM influences. I would say next it will be like Timbaland, Pharrell,
Mm,
a little bit of Dre, not so much Dre, but a little bit. I really like the way how he puts his drums together and how he mixes down his tracks. So I definitely would say like when it comes to the technical aspect, I definitely look up to Dre on that
okay.
on certain things. Um, but when it comes to like just instrumentation and putting things together, I definitely fuck with Timbaland, definitely Tiesto, definitely how DJ Snake puts it down. Of course, there's other people that are really great producers that haven't, how can I say it, haven't gotten to where I think they should be. And one of those people would be like, GTA, Good Times Ahead of Us. They're amazing. Like
Mm,
those are like one of my favorite people to go see live. You feel
mm.
me
Yes, sir.
live?
And you mentioned Timberland. Like, I didn't even know he was into EDM. I had no idea.
Not really. He's not. But just the way he puts it together and the way he's out of the box and the way he just like, how can I say it? Like the way he uses his voice and all these other things like
I,
that,
I was, I
and his
was about
percussion
to say that. I was just about
and,
to.
like, and his percussion and like the way he puts his drums together are amazing. So so that he's definitely somebody to look up to in whatever genre.
I agree. Like, I feel like Timberland can be placed in one box. Like,
Definitely,
you can't put him in one box at all. Like,
definitely.
I think that man can produce anything. And of course, Pharrell. Pharrell is Pharrell. He's a genius.
He's the man. He's the man.
Uh, Blackout said Zach, Calvin Harris, the Chainsmokers. That's all you need.
Hell yeah. For a super hit, you follow their tracks, you'll definitely have some wild shit on your hands. Especially Calvin Harris, back when he was like really putting out music, back in like 2012 to like 2016. He
Yeah.
was really like on top of his game. I don't even know why he fell off the way he did, but a lot of up and coming DJs are definitely coming out. RP Avicii, RP DJ IO. He just died like a week ago. So definitely RP IO.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for nothing. I'm gonna probably look up everybody y'all talking about just to get a vibe, because sometimes I drive out a lot and I want to catch a different vibe besides hip hop. So I'm gonna definitely look out for those names.
Not like right now, a good track to like get you started would be Tiesto, The Business.
Okay. Tiesto, The Business.
Yeah,
Tiesto.
David Guetta. Yeah, David Guetta is the man. David Guetta is the man. He was actually he was DJ Mag #1 DJ of the year.
Oh, okay. Which is funny. That segues to my last question. Do you think EDM is bigger overseas or in the States?
Definitely overseas.
You,
Everywhere, everywhere,
I knew you was gonna say overseas. I knew you was gonna say that.
everywhere overseas. And the crazy part about it, it's not like just in Europe. It's in Asia. It's in South America. It's in the Caribbean islands. Like this shit is blowing the fuck up, and a lot of people are not understanding that you just can't keep. When it comes to music, I've seen that people outside of the United States are more open-minded for newer artists.
Yeah.
Where in the States, you have to have a buzz for somebody to give you a chance.
Yeah, I agree. And it seems like artists blow up overseas first before they can blow up in the States. And it's like the States, somebody in the industry told me the other day, like, the States ain't gonna fuck with you until you blow out elsewhere. You
Yeah.
like you go somewhere else and you're like, yo, why you ain't over here? Like, nigga, I wasn't overseas doing my thing. Y'all wasn't really fucking with me. I mean, y'all want to fuck with me now?
Yeah.
I was over here, like, but yeah, I knew you was gonna say that.
Definitely overseas, man. Like even looking at my own numbers, I see my numbers getting played more in like South America and like Germany and like the UK versus the United States.
And one time I happened to click on YouTube. I stay on YouTube. I know you heard of this producer named Mark. I can never say his last name. Wibbly, some shit like that. Mark. He's the one that did the Eat Your Ass record where he created from scratch and did it live.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mark Bublé.
Him. So I seen his video of him in Amsterdam. And of course, he's creating the beats from scratch, but he was particularly doing EDM mostly.
Yeah.
Well, I never seen a crowd go ape shit like that. And you could tell that they just want to hear some dope beats and just get turned up. Like,
if you go out and you pay to see an artist, you want them to get you hype, you want to turn up with them.
Yeah.
If you're there, and the way I see it, when you put out a record or you're at a show making a set, or even if you're DJing at a club, whatever, your job as that entertainer is to make sure people are entertained.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, cool. What am I going to do? I'm going to give them energy. I'm going to give them a good time. I'm going to give them feel good because of the fact that that's what they want to do. They want to turn the fuck up. Like, especially now with this quarantine, we don't know what the state of the country or even the state of New York, because that's where we are right now, it's going to happen in the next month or two.
Yeah.
So if this shit is over with by the summer, hopefully the summer's going to be insane because it's like, it's like letting a whole bunch of beasts out their cages.
Oh yeah. I mean, unfortunately, you might get some negativity as well, because even with the pandemic during the summer, the numbers wasn't that crazy as the winter time in March. So people was coming outside, and New York was turned up with the violence and all that. So we definitely don't want people to come out of this pandemic being too turned up. Like we want you turned, but we don't want you all the way turned.
I want them all the way turned. Fuck
it. Start anarchy, right?
Okay. No anarchy, nothing like that. But turn all the way up to have a good time and just keep it peaceful and keep it positive, and and whatever.
Yeah, have fun, man, because that's what music is all about to me, at least. Like, it's having fun and enjoying yourself. I wish the traditional hip hop could do more of that, because it seems like we get a bad rep for having these type of concerts and events versus where you get music like EDM and house, and everyone's just out here to have a good time. It's very rare that you catch some type of violence going on over there.
Now, I think when it comes to like hip hop concerts, it depends on who the artist is.
True.
You feel me? Like if you go see somebody yet again, like Kid Cudi
Yeah.
or Travis Scott, you know that crowd is gonna be somewhat similar to an EDM crowd because everybody's gonna be on that vibe.
Yeah.
So I think when it comes to that, it comes down to the artist and how they project the energy of the room.
Yeah.
Because you could once you have a crowd lit, you could command the crowd to do whatever you want. You could open up a mosh pit. You could go fucking crowd surfing and all that wild shit. But it really depends on the artist and how they control the vibe of the situation. Because you could have an artist that's not really controlling the vibe, then you have a whole bunch of fights break out instead of it just being like a mosh pit or somebody shoot up the place when you don't really need that. Especially now, because 2020, mad people had died off.
Blackout say EDM lives by PLUR, peace, love, unity, and respect.
Yep, Plur Life, baby.
Plur life. No, yeah, he talking a whole language I'm getting to.
Yo, that's people really. That's what you live by at some festivals. It's so dense of a population at that one point. It's like you're swimming through a sea of people. So it's like even if you bump into somebody, be polite. Respect everybody.
Yeah,
everybody's there to have a good time. So it's not like you should be there trying to fucking, be a Debbie Downer or trying to fuck up everybody's vibe and shit.
Gotcha. Well, question. What projects you have currently out or currently working on?
All right, so all the projects got pushed back to the new year, except for 2 remixes that we will be unveiling on the next Faded Radio and the Faded Radio after that.
Oh yeah, you gotta plug in your Faded Radio.
All right, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Make sure you tune in. Go to my socials. The other day _ at IG. Look up the other day on Facebook. Look up the other day on YouTube. Check me out. I'm everywhere. I'm on Spotify and on Apple Music, all that good shit. So yeah, besides that, the 2D projects, I'm dropping a remix to the new Bad Bunny.
Okay.
So that's gonna come out dope. And then I'm gonna do a remix to a classic Christmas song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah, please tag me when you drop that. I want to hear that.
Got you. Definitely got you. So we're gonna do a little remix of Carol the Bells. We're gonna make that shit happen.
Definitely, man. And you know what, man? Listen, you just opened me up to a whole new genre that I was clueless and blind to for the longest. Like,
yeah,
mind you, normally as a, if I was media for real, I probably would do some research on EDM, but I didn't do no research. I wanted to go in there blindly as possible because I really want to learn from somebody that is actually deep into the culture of EDM rather than me research it. So now that I got the vibe from you, I'm going to actually look through YouTube and, even hit a blackout and like, yo, what rave could we go to? I know.
Definitely go out to a rave and do your thing on that. Have fun, bro. It's all about having fun. All about having a good time, man. There's no real, the most you'll get in an EDM song is like some heartbreak shit, maybe, depending. But, everything else is pretty uplifting or is on some rage shit.
Gotcha. Yeah, but, that mine is doing the hard body drugs because, I barely smoke. I don't even smoke, period. You know what I mean? Like, I don't smoke. I just drink. That's it. Like, I feel corny. Like, I just drink.
Nah, fuck it, bro. Everybody got their shit, man. Not the pandemic. Not even, but what the pandemic has shown is that you gotta respect everybody for what they do, and you don't have to pressure anybody into doing anything. Like everybody should just live the way they want to live.
Definitely, fam. Yeah, and based on the few times I met you, I definitely respect what you do. I like how you move too. That's another thing. you stay low key, and when you start talking, you uplift the room with just laughter. Like like you're a hilarious dude. Like
Yo, it's just like that's how it should be. Like I don't like really unveiling a lot. I don't like telling too much too fast
yeah,
because the fact that life told me that things change and plans change. So even though I just dropped the 2 tracks that I will be dropping next week,
okay,
you never know what could happen, and I'm gonna just keep it pushing like that. Like especially projects like Katie said earlier, the rave for New Year's. We're trying to see what happens with that. I really didn't want to talk too much about that because of the fact that of what's happening with the pandemic, and we don't know if we're gonna have to do this as an underground thing or we could actually promote it.
yeah. How would that work during the pandemic? Being that we
It,
got
it, will- it will have to be some straight underground shit where it's promoted straight through like your direct message, and I guess the location would be given to everybody an hour before it starts.
yeah. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do in these times. I mean, but at the same time, I know you probably want everyone to be safe and
Oh, definitely. If it does go down, what we're gonna be doing is, we're gonna try to implement social distancing. We're gonna try. It's probably not gonna work. I'm gonna be quite honest with you.
yeah,
But what we will do for sure is have like temperature checks at the door, and make sure if you're not vibing too good, that we don't accept you inside and all that other good shit.
yeah, and and listen, folks, for anybody out there that wants to hit up this party, definitely check yourself, get tested if you can't. I know the
Please do.
testing is a bitch. I tried. I was like, look, I'm gonna have to do this another day.
Nah, though the hot shit about I've gotten tested twice so far, and like the hot shit about is on my way home I passed a city MD. So if the city MD's line is not that long, like if it's only like 3-4 people, I'll definitely jump on that bitch and be like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, we get tested. But if it's like around the corner, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. At the city MD on Merrick Boulevard, the line was just ridiculous. I was like,
You know?
like,
And then the shit about it is that shit gets bigger and bigger every day. So it's like, I'm happy that more people are getting tested, but now the numbers are like skyrocketing.
yeah,
And we don't know if we should really worry about those numbers skyrocketing.
yeah. I mean, they say we got a vaccine coming, but listen, I probably may not take it because I ain't trying to turn into no Resident Evil creature. I watch too much TV. Don't mind me.
No, I'm not taking that at all either. I've worked throughout the whole entire thing, and it's not.
Yeah.
If I didn't catch it more than once, because I did get it back in January.
Yeah, before they even, I think.
And that's the thing about. I think most of New York, at least New York City, caught it before it was a big thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking now, if the numbers are going up so high, it's like, why don't I see it affecting like the people around me the way they say it does?
Yeah.
Like in January, February, I saw mad people sick. Like, people going to the hospital. My neighbor said he caught that shit like in December. He went to the doctors. They thought it was lung cancer.
Wow. And they couldn't figure that shit out for nothing. Nothing. But but me, I'll be honest with you. I rarely get sick. I think first during the pandemic, my anxiety went through the roof, and then I went to my doctor and see what was going on. Come to find out, I have acid reflux. Like, cause I'm thinking, I was like, damn, I can't breathe, I can't do this, I can't barely swallow my food. I had sore throat, and I'm like, damn, I caught this shit. And he's like, nah, you didn't catch it. You got acid reflux, bro.
Oh man, they're like, fuck.
Shit, I'd rather catch the virus at this point.
I know I'm down. I'm out for 2 weeks, and that's it.
Yeah, but
and most people are surviving it. So it's like, I'm at this point, I'm really wondering, does the general population even need a vaccine to actually, if you really think about it, if most people already caught it and they have the antibodies for it, it's like, okay, what's the point of it? But at the same time, I see it more as a flu shot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if people's gonna be attending parties, raves, whatever you're doing, that's but public facilities, I advise you to get tested. You know, you don't want to take no chances. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Definitely get tested. If you're not feeling right, stay home. Wear a mask. If you dancing and you can't breathe, definitely, try to social distance yourself and catch your breath and all that good stuff. But be respectful of everybody around you, and wear your mask if you're in public. If you're not, then
Yo, I could see it would be dope at a rave if everyone had a mask. It had like a weird, spooky mask,
or glow in the dark.
a glow in the dark mask. Yo, that shit would be lit.
Yeah.
Yo,
Like
you want to come through now? Like,
a straight black light party.
yeah, that'd be crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be crazy. Yo, nah, but yeah, definitely. I thank you for coming through on the show. I thank you for speaking your piece.
Oh, thank you, brother.
And definitely thanking you for giving me some insight because I was very clueless to this. Like, and now I have some idea of what EDM is and what it stands for and what is how it's done. So definitely, man. And also he's a part of Ivy Productions. If you don't know, link
Now,
her.
oh, Ivy's there somewhere.
I thought she was gonna come in.
Me too.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. Like she's gonna come in. She's gonna come in. And
See. Yeah, man. But yo, good looking for having me on. Whenever you want to do this again, I'm with it. I'll come back, drop some more jewels on them.
Definitely. And of course, I'm definitely gonna have more episodes in the future. What I do this podcast for is to teach others.
Yeah.
I don't do it, for my own benefit. Like, my OGs taught me once you know something, it's your job to teach others.
Oh yeah, pass that shit on. Always gaining knowledge and sharing knowledge is power. The power influence is crazy.
Facts. I don't benefit from it. It's for you to utilize and do it with your own will and way.
That ass.
That ass. So I appreciate you for coming on, and
Thank you for having me, man.
And hopefully we're looking for a worker. I know we've been saying we need to work, but time.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
So before I get off, what's your give the people your social media where they can find you if you have any projects out that you want to promote.
Currently, right now, tune into Faded Radio every Wednesday at 9. That's Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So every Wednesday, 9 p.m., Faded Radio. You can find that on my IG, which is _ the other day _, or you can find that on Faded Radio's IG, which is Faded Radio. Faded spelled regular, radio spelled regular. It has a little alien icon. You can't miss it. Besides that, on Facebook, I'm The Other Day. On Twitter, The Other Day. SoundCloud, The Other Day. Everywhere is The Other Day. Go check me out. Yeah.
Definitely. And for me, you can check me out on IG and Twitter at LiveJohnson718. For the EDC Beat site, you can go www.edcbeats.com. And for my artistry, you can find me on www.livejohnson.com. The Comeback EP is out right now. If you haven't streamed that, you need to do yourself a favor and stream that.
Make sure y'all go check that shit out.
Check that shit.
Fire.
Yo, you might cry at the end of the album.
2 tears, not 1.
2 tears in the bucket. Nah, but yo.
Drip.
All right, so everyone be safe out there. Keep being productive. And you keep hearing these jewels being dropped.